the soul themselves. That's good to know. It's not all enemies in the fucking ultra hard challenge. I feel like the ARG was completely fucking useless and was a shit move by Ed, but that's old news. No! Don't you dare say it's old news and have that be your reason to stop talking about it. You shit on the ARG all you want. Because if we want to get into this, I will get into this. I've repeated myself so many damn times about why I love the Lost ARG and hate the Keeper ARG. I've repeated myself so many times on that, and I will continue to do so because I enjoy talking about it. I love explaining why I hate the Keeper. Oh, yeah, we can talk about it. Absolutely, we can talk about it. We can talk about that shit all fucking day. Explain to me why you don't like it, and I'll explain to you where you're right and where you're wrong. Can I please get a good item so I can dupe it with Diplopia? Talk away. No, I need someone to start, because I think I read a thing on... Oh my god. This room is frustratingly small! And enemies... Oh my god. Okay, whatever. I read a thing on Shower Thoughts that was like... it's easier to add comedy than it is to create comedy, and that's why your funny friends can't just go and do stand-up comedy. And that's how I work. Someone has to start, and then I can continue from where they left off. I'm pretty good at that. I only have the first Binding of Isaac, so... BRB. Okay. Wasn't a community thing, it was an isolated event in southern LA. Okay. You have touched on the final point of why I hate the Keeper ARG. That's only the final part. ARG is alternate reality game. It's where a game will have a secret... Or anything will create like real life lore, and it's like it exists outside the game, and you have to solve the puzzle in order for you to unlock some stupid bullshit. The Lost was supposed to be unlocked via an ARG, and the subreddit was actually very close to doing it that way. But then people ruined it. What the oh, wait, this is the Empress, not the... Okay, never mind. I thought it was the High Priestess. Never mind. Okay. So... Yeah, where was I? Yeah, you touched on the last reason that I hate the Keeper ARG. Which is that, yes, it didn't involve the game, and it was an isolated event in Los Angeles. Yeah, that to Ed's credit, that's a good reason. That's a good reason to do the ARG the way he did it. However, that doesn't make the ARG itself any less fucking terrible. Cause I swear that shit's the worst, one of the worst things to ever happen to this game. Especially considering how it was handled. A lot of why I hate Afterbirth has to do with how the game was handled, and not too terribly much to do with the game itself. It's just to do with how it was handled by its creators. And like I just said, a lot of it has to do with the ARG, because the ARG is majority of the reason that it was mishandled so badly. So let's... Can someone give an example of an ARG done right? Yes, I can. It's the Lost ARG. The Lost ARG was... the Lost would be unlocked by having the community realize, probably in organic reality, like a year down the road, because somebody eventually given all possibilities, would have died in a self-sacrifice room with the missing page or blank page, whatever the fuck trinket was actually unlocked at the start of the game. Someone eventually would have died in a sacrifice room to the spikes with that trinket equipped. It would have happened eventually. And if we didn't know that there was a real platinum god to look forward to, that would have been a super secret. And if nobody ever looked in the files for anything, it would have been nice to just find out. Also, Little Horn's AI is fucking stupid. Anyways, so the Lost ARG is actually my favorite ARG in any game because it is done right. So what would have happened in the ideal reality is someone long way down the line, probably still wouldn't have been found, honestly, would have been like, and it even would have had to been some person who died in that specific scenario that is also active on the subreddit or some part of the community, maybe even a VG Binding of Isaac thread on 4chan. Fuck, took damage. So they would have to be like, hey, I died in this weird ass puzzle piece showed up as my thing. Is this a glitch? And everybody would just freak out and be like, what in the fuck is that? None of us have ever seen that before. That's really weird. What the hell did you do exactly? And then they would be like, well, I had all these items, blah, blah, blah. I had this trinket. It was in this room. So people would then go and recreate the run. And be like, oh, I got a different puzzle piece. And it has these different dots on the side. What is this? So then everybody would start grinding. And then blah, blah, blah. You get to the eventual conclusion that everyone figures out the puzzles and the Lost is unlocked by everyone working together. That's the ideal situation, and that's how the ARG was intended to work. Obviously, what ended up happening is somebody went in the files and went into a hex editor and was like, "Oh, hey, here's exactly what 4 deaths you need to do. Go do it." And yeah, whatever. So that's a good ARG because not only does it involve a big community effort, but more importantly, all of the evidence that any one person needs actually existed in the game's files for you to find out the correct way. Like, everyone, any single person, given enough time and enough effort, could have solved the Lost by themselves. I'm not saying most people would bother, because most people die in this game and they just hit A to restart. But any single person by themselves, even without a community effort, could solve the Lost entirely by themselves. That's why the Lost is my favorite ARG in any game ever. It's beautiful. It's perfect. I love it. Conversely, we have the Keeper, which... God, everything to do with the Keeper is just fucking painful. So we have the Keeper, which we know, first of all, that the devs know that everyone ruined the Lost ARG, and by everyone I mean the people who wound up spoiling it. Also, do these things block enemy tiers too? Let's see. Do they? No, they don't. Awesome. So, the Keeper... Why am I starting with such... What? Red damage? What? Everything to do with the Keeper is just fucked, because they knew that people ruined the Lost ARG by data mining. So they're like, okay, well, we can't include all of the Keeper files in the game if we want it to stay a secret. So there was admittedly not promised content missing from the initial release of Afterbirth, right? Quote, it's content we didn't promise. Well, I say quote. I'm paraphrasing like a crazy bastard. It's content we didn't promise. Like, this was trying to shut everybody down who was bitching. So, like, everything to do with the Keeper, a lot of it was actually missing from the initial release, and this was just to keep the Keeper from being data mined and ruined like the first one. But the problem comes when everyone starts freaking out because items that were promised actually don't exist. They're just entirely missing. Also, nice fucking reskin, guys. Yeah. I'm strictly just talking about the ARG right now. So the Keeper was tied to a lot of bugs that caused things to just break. Like the 109 glitch with the greed machine, that was not intentional. That wasn't because the lost was solved in 109 hours. That was just because, oh shit, we fucked up. And the greed machine is exploding at 109, and it's actually hindering people from getting the achievement that helps the Keeper get unlocked. So that's step number one. A whole lot of shit's broken, and it's said to be tied to the ARG, and they can't just tell us, oh, we fucked up. They keep lying to the community. They're like, don't worry about it, it's a secret, blah, 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 blah. Stop crying. Like, the developers can't admit fault in this ARG. So they just keep saying, like, not to spoil anything, but it's tied to a bunch of shit we can't spoil. Don't worry about it. Fine, whatever. So then, like, the achievements start happening, and then everyone's like, oh, it's time-gated content. They waited for everybody to have this shit. And, like, Ed sort of denies the time gate thing, and it makes sense in the post-mortem, because he honestly didn't know what the hell was wrong. But yeah, they added fake leads into the game. Like, there was a whole bunch of red herrings for everybody to follow, so it's like, what the fuck are you trying to do? Don't add fake clues to your stupid fucking game. So yeah, skip a few steps. The ARG. What the shit? Why were some of my tears transparent? What the fuck? Anyways, skip a few steps. The ARG winds up being a physical manifestation of the game in some place in California. So right there, you have fuck 90% of the global community, because this game has sold more than Ed has ever sold before, easily. And fuck everybody around the world. Only the people who live either in California or near enough to California and are willing to drive to this specific location that everybody has given them, only those people will be the ones that can get their pictures taken and be the ones who solve the puzzle. Great. Thanks. That just cuts out any manner of participation that anyone might have wanted to have in the final steps. Like, people could have done all the work, and then people are like, I live 5 minutes from there. Let me go check this out and get a free figurine and just solve the puzzle for all of you. Cool. Thanks. I got blind tears? Oh, that's dumb. Doesn't give me any benefit, did it? So yeah, I think that's the general gist of why I fucking can't stand the Keeper ARG and think it's really the worst thing to ever happen to this game. Because, yeah, there's no chance that anyone could have data mined it, but that's only because a lot of it didn't exist. Yeah, I'll take that for once. Protects me from spikes. Is that a sufficient explanation as to why I hate the Keeper? Oh, and then I forgot. To top it all off, nobody likes the Keeper. That's just a shit character. So all of that work that couldn't be done by everybody to unlock a character nobody likes. I hit the first 50% that you completely forgot about. And then I covered the rest, right? Like, I genuinely love telling the story of why I fucking hate that ARG. I don't know why I love telling that story so much, but I do enjoy telling it. Because notice, I didn't really stop to pause for any of those points at all. And I usually pause like every 5 seconds. To the point where I had to set autoduck's pause to a maximum 2 seconds, because usually within 2 seconds I'm done talking. But if I have less than that, I'm still talking. So the audio was probably very low for all of that. And it's just so weird to me that this one game has both one of my favorite things that's ever been done in a game and my least favorite thing that's ever been done in any game ever. Also, where the fuck is the boss? Oh god, I didn't even see this.